What about you? This is a Bosch alternator. It's out of Volkswagen. This sort of style here is in most Volkswagens. This video here is about a wee bit of preparation that you must do. You must do this before you put a Volkswagen alternator back in again. So Volkswagen, Audi, Seat and Skoda, all very similar. So what we'll have with these alternators is these are held in with these sort of wee lugs here. So these lugs like that. So you have a bolt that goes in and screws into this wee bushing here. So what happens is these wee bushings seize in place, and what you'll find is whenever you go to take it out, that will be stuck so much that you have to get a pry bar in here and in here, and pry the thing out. It's really tight. So before you go to put it back in again, if you try to put it back in with this bushing in its original place, you'll really struggle getting this thing in. So this is hopefully a wee quick video here to tell you this is the easy way of doing it, and this guarantees that you won't break anything. Now what can happen is I've heard, actually, sorry, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of people, what they do is they would hit this a couple of wee taps, a couple of wee love taps back to put that back in again. And then what happens is, or what can happen is, whenever you screw that in and you're pulling on that bushing, but that bushing's jammed, that wee metal, it's just a wee metal thing with threads on it. So whenever they pull that back in again, this lug cracks or it snaps, and you go, and you're you've just racked the alternator. So this is in the old days of showing you stuff. Here's one I prepared earlier. There is one that you pull through, dress it up, give it a wee bit of emery paper, in around the lug hole there, and you can get it to a certain stage where you can move it about with your fingers. So that's the way you want it there. So that's a gift. So whenever you go to put it in, you just shove that back like that, and whenever you put the bolt in, catch the threads, it'll pull it in nicely for you, and no danger whatsoever of breaking that lug. You can break that lug. That it has happened to loads of people. So I'm just going to show you. This is one I've done. This is one I haven't done. You do the two of them clearly. So the fixing bolt is M8, and the threads are 1.25. So you get a similar bolt. There's a bolt I have that's a bit shorter. So let me see. Is a 20mm socket? A 19 will do, but it's just, it needs to make sure. You need to make sure. So you just put it around and make sure that it's gonna receive, the socket's gonna receive it. This is only 3/8. And we'll put a couple of washers there, so it'll go nice and free, nice and thick washers. And first of all, then what we'll do, we'll give it some of whatever your favorite penetrating juice is there, and a bit of the old Panther on it. So I haven't touched this one here at all. I've done this one, and then it says I think I'll do a wee video just to show people this in case they don't know. If you do know, fair play to you. If you don't, here you are. So you screw that in, make sure your bolt's nice and good threads on it. You screw that in the back side there, and that's a 13mm. So we'll give that a scoot here. So this has not been prepared before I filmed this, so we'll give this a go. Sometimes these can be really tight. This one isn't too bad, but it's just coming out, and it's just going to receive into the 20mm socket. I say a 19 will do it as well, but I just went for that wee bit bigger. You can see it's just oversized on the lug there, but 20mm is fine for it. So that has back down. So this socket is just that wee bit too shallow. So I'm going to have to get a slightly longer socket. So it's near enough out. You could maybe top the rest of that out, but I'm not going to do that. Right, if a socket's a wee bit longer than that one, and just with my array of different lengths of sockets, and we're just going to bring it out that last wee bit. So we'll probably just that's a 19 there. See that? So once we get this dressed up, freed up, we'll not need this sort of medium length socket again. There you go. I just needed another couple of wee threads there to get that out. Just hold that with my finger. We'll screw that out. So what we want to do is, now this bushing can really go anyway here, guys. There is a sort of a bit of a slight chamfer on one of the edges, but it's minute. So that clean side there, that was the side that was buttoned up, and then the dirty side is the side that's always exposed there. So that was buttoned up against the mounting on the engine. So we'll just put that in the face and give her a good old going with. I just use 60 grit, you know. So this is a good bit of steel here, so you're not going to really damage it. Here we go. With 60 grit, I've cut it in half, just to go around it like that. We'll flip her around. Do the other side. Get a few jaw marks on it, hardly matter too much. So it's the old chestnut, steel in the aluminium. So it can get pretty tight in there. Those things can get stuck pretty good. We'll give this a bit of remount. Now you can put a bit of a round file on it, but this one here is not too bad. Shouldn't take too much to get this. And we'll just keep doing that. Okay, we taste the stuff here. And you maybe need to pass this in and out a few times. And we'll put a wee bushing tool here. So there we go. Oh, dropsies. So we'll get that out of there. So that is a, what did I say it was, an M8 by 1.25 thread pitch bolt. And you can just get that off the, get it off the fixing bolt. So it's the same as what the fixing bolt is. It's just that not using the fixing bolts, it's just too long, you know. So just using a wee bolt of my own. So it's still pretty tight. So we'll give that another wee rub up. So I've passed it through a couple of times, give it another couple of wee rubs there, and this is 5 minutes later. This is what we'll have. We're able to push that in and out with our hands. Wee bit of WD-40 or your favourite lubricant, whatever it is, PB Blaster, whatever your fave is there, and that's them both nice and free there. So whenever we put the alternator in, we'll have that set like that. That's it, like that. That'll just drop straight in, and there's no danger of there's no resistance whatsoever, so there's no danger of breaking those lugs there on the alternator. So I have seen loads of these broke. So that's basically it. That's a wee quick tip. Give it a wee wipe with WD-40 on it. A bit messy there, but you get the alternator clean. So one last wee thing to do is, this is a clutch pulley. So I think I've mentioned this before in other videos. So you can just do that there with it, or you can stick your finger in or a screwdriver into the fins there, and you want that to be able to spin back, so you can see the fins. You can see the fins stationary there. So I've jammed my finger in, so it should be nice and easy. But you can just do it like that. So it locks in one direction and free to go in the other end. So it's a free-wheeling clutch pulley. So that's just a wee check for that. So it's that's the time to change that if that's locked there. Just pry that off there. So there we go. That's that alternator. Ready to go into their Volkswagen here. And there we go. Just a wee bit of prep. And no danger of breaking it, and it'll go in dead easy. So there you are. Hope that helped somebody. If you're into changing the alternator or taking it out for some other reason. I took this alternator out to get a thermostat change on a 2-litre CDI, and well, I'm going to do a 10-pump water pump and a load of other stuff. But there you go. So hope that helps somebody. All the best. Many thanks for watching as ever, and all the best. Cheerio. Bye.